The movie starts with old black and white pictures showing the dead bodies of 9 Russian hikers. They died in 1959 during an incident called the Dyatlov Pass incident. These hikers went into the wild mountains of the Ural and were found dead 2 weeks later. Then we see Holly King, a student at the University of Oregon, talking about this incident. She wants to make a film about it with her friend Jensen Day for a school project. Their professor, Dr. Martha Kittles, wants them to understand why the hikers did what they did, not just come up with a simple explanation. Day doesn't believe the official story and thinks they'll find out the truth. King explains their plan to go to Russia, flying from Oregon to Moscow and then to Chelyabinsk before heading to the mountain. She also tells about the mountain they're going to, Kolat-Syakhl, known as the Mountain of the Dead, because of many mysterious deaths and disappearances. They're joined by experienced climbers Andy Thatcher, J.P. Hauser, and audio engineer Denise Evers, who are also students from their university. They practice skiing before leaving for Russia on January 25th. The next scene is about 5 Oregon students who are missing, likely the ones we just saw. Russian authorities find their campsite with their things. News reports suggest different theories for their disappearance, including accidents, yetis, and even aliens. The local Mansi tribe believes it's because of a place where different worlds meet and you can enter the world of spirits. In the last news report, it said that officials found a video filmed by the Oregon hikers. They didn't want to show it to everyone, but some hackers got it and shared it online. In the video, we see Holly crying in the dark while Jensen tries to calm her down. Then the video stops suddenly. Now let's go back to a month earlier. There's a scene where the students are in Russia, riding a train from Chelyabinsk to Ivdel. They seem happy. Holly interviews her friends, asking why they came on the trip. Andy notices a tattoo of an angel wing behind Holly's ear. When they get to Ivdel, they try to talk to a local guy named Pyotr Karov. He was supposed to go with the Dyatlov group, but got sick and couldn't go. He's been in a mental hospital since then. The students try to film there, but the staff gets mad and tells them to leave. They say Karov is dead and want them gone. The students see an old man in a window, maybe Karov, holding a sign that says "Stay away" in Russian. They don't understand, but before they can ask him anything, the staff takes him away. That evening, they find a local bar where they meet a guy named Sergey. He offers to drive them to Vizhai in his truck. Vizhai is the closest town to the trail they'll be hiking on. The next morning, they reach the town. Sergey suggests they talk to his aunt, who helped search for the Dyatlov group. During the interview, she says they found 11 hikers, not just 9. The last 2 had some kind of machine with them, and there was something strange about them. The group starts walking. Andy and Denise start joking around with each other. They camp out for the night and wake up to find big footprints near their tents, like those of a yeti. But the footprints suddenly stop. JP and Andy think Holly made them as a prank, but she says she didn't. Later, they see more footprints and hear weird noises. They find an old weather station and inside, Holly finds a human tongue. It shocks her. At one point, Holly and Jensen talk about events in their lives that made them feel like something strange was going to happen on this trip. While they talk, they don't notice 2 figures in the background. The next night, they get to the mountain pass early, but something odd has happened with time. Also, their GPS and compasses stop working. Jensen and Holly explore and find radiation with their Geiger counter. They find a metal door in a hillside. It looks like it's meant to keep something inside. The lock is open, but the door won't open. They decide not to tell the others and head back. Around the campfire, Andy and Denise flirt and go to a tent together where they sleep together. Holly and JP also pair up. At dawn, there's an avalanche that kills Denise and breaks Andy's leg. Some of the group think the military caused it to kill them, but others laugh at the idea. They talk a lot and decide to shoot a flare gun to call for help from the nearby town. 2 men come quickly, which makes Holly and Jensen suspicious. They start running, leaving Andy behind. The men shoot Andy and hurt JP. The group reaches the door, opens it, and goes into the bunker. Inside, they find a power switch and turn it on. Lights come on, showing 2 tunnels. They start down one, but the lights go out, so they go back. In the dark, Holly feels something touch her. They go down the other tunnel and find a lab that's been destroyed. There's a book with names of Russian soldiers who were killed. They see a cage with meat hooks and find a soldier who was killed recently, with his tongue missing. Holly thinks he was sent in to check if the danger that made them seal the place up is still there. They go through another metal door and find skeletons of strange human-like figures. Holly and Jensen leave JP against a wall and keep looking. Surprisingly, they find a camera. Jensen's camera. But Jensen still has his camera and is filming right now. It's exactly the same as the one they found, even with the videos Jensen recorded on their trip. Suddenly, they see 2 tall monsters attack and hurt JP even more. The creatures come and go, moving around the cave really fast. Holly and Jensen manage to lead them through another metal door and lock it to keep the monsters out. The monsters can't go through the doors. In the last cave, there's a strange portal. They spend what feels like a day there, mostly in darkness. They decide to go through the portal together, imagining they'll end up outside the bunker. There's a bright light, and everything goes white. Now, we're back in 1959. 2 figures, probably Holly and Jensen, are lying outside the bunker. 2 other figures, Sergei's aunt and father, find them. But then Russian soldiers come and send them away. The soldiers take the bodies into the bunker. One of them plays with Jensen's camera, which is still recording, and leaves it there. Later, Holly and Jensen find it in 2013. The soldiers notice that Holly and Jensen are dressed strangely. They strip them to their underwear and hang them on meat hooks. Now, we see that Holly and Jensen have turned into monsters. The last scene shows the 2 monsters waking up from their unconsciousness and looking around.